Hello students, welcome you to this video. In the previous video, we studied some quadratic equations, right? Some quadratic functions we studied. Today we are going to do a few more sums based on that. Then I'm going to teach quadratic inequations also. Okay, now let us continue the sums what we left on that day. Find the condition that one of the roots of ax square plus bx plus c may be negative of the other, thrice the other, and the third one reciprocal of the other. Okay, so roots of, so you can take it as equation, take it as an equation equal to 0. Okay, so last class itself we did, right? One root is twice the other, so alpha and 2 alpha. That I may explain how to take. So here one root is the negative of the other. So one is alpha, another one is minus alpha. One root is thrice the other, alpha and 3 alpha. One root is reciprocally of the other, alpha and 1 by alpha. That's all. Now let us see what's the condition. You will get some condition in ABC. Okay. So the given equation is the standard form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So we do the first one. Here what they said, one root is negative of the other. So we take like this, let the roots be alpha and minus alpha, right? Because one root is negative of the other. So now you know only two things, sum of the roots and product of the roots. So here sum or product, which will be more useful here. One is alpha, one is minus alpha. So if you take sum, both get cancelled, right? So first I'm going to take sum of the roots. So sum equal to minus b by a. Here sum means alpha plus minus alpha. So alpha minus alpha equal to minus b by a. So you are getting, what answer you are getting here? 0. 0 is equal to minus b by a. Change the sign, b by a 0. So if we cross multiply, b equal to 0, right? B equal to 0 into something. So this is the condition. Find the condition, that's all. So in a quadratic equation, if b equals 0, that means if there is no x term, then definitely one root is the negative of the other. Okay, so one root is negative of the other. The condition is b equal to 0. There is no x term. Now the second one, thrice the other. Second part, thrice the other. So let the roots be alpha and 3 alpha, right? Because one root is 3 times the other. So here sum or product, we don't know, right? So sum means you'll get 4 alpha. Product means 3 alpha square. Okay, let us find both. So you find sum equal to minus b by a, meaning alpha plus 3 alpha is minus b by a. That is 4 alpha is minus b by a. Find alpha from here. So alpha is equal to, the 4 goes down, minus b by 4a. Take it as equation number 1. Now you find the product. Product is equal to c by a, right? Product is equal to c by a. Product means you multiply these alpha into 3 alpha equal to c by a. That is 3 alpha square. 3 alpha square is c by a. 3 into alpha square equal to c by a. Instead of alpha, you substitute the value from equation number 1. What it is? Minus b by 4a. And you mentioned here using the result number 1. Now we simplify 3 into, when you square, the minus become plus. So 3b square by 16a square equal to c by a. So cancel 1a, a square and a, right? 1a get cancelled. Now we cross multiply, 3b square is equal to 16ac. So this is the condition for one root is thrice the other. And the third subdivision, there is one more subdivision, one root is the reciprocal of another, right? One root is the reciprocal of another one. So in this case, you know, let the roots be One root is the reciprocal of another one. So one is alpha, another one is 1 by alpha, right? Let the roots be alpha and 1 by alpha. Here we take sum or product. You know, if we take the product, that alpha and alpha get cancelled, right? So we take product first. Product is equal to C by A. So product of the roots. So that is product means here it is alpha into 1 by alpha is C by A. Alpha, alpha get cancelled. So 1 equal to C by A, cross multiply, A equal to C. A means coefficient of x square, C is the constant. Coefficient of x square and constant are equal, then you can say definitely the roots are reciprocal to each other. One root is 5 means another root will be 1 by 5. So this is the condition, okay? So no need to mug up the results. So if they ask the question, you know how to do this. Like this, they can frame any question. Just remember sum product, the two formula. Then how to take. Then sum of the roots is 20. One is alpha, another one is 20 minus alpha. Like that you can take. Suppose the roots are in the ratio 2:3. 2 alpha and 3 alpha. Okay. Now let's go for sum number 7. Look at this question. Another very simple question, prove that. So prove that means you can be very happy, right? Because you know the answer itself. Okay, now listen. If the equation, the first equation is x square minus ax plus b equal to 0. So it is the correct order, but a is 1 here, b is minus a, c is b, right? We use some capital letters. And another equation is given, x square minus ex plus f equal to 0. Two quadratic equations given. Now listen very carefully something they given. So you have to try to understand. If the equations, these two equations given, have one root in common. For both the equations, both are quadratic equations. So first equation has 2 roots, second equation also has 2 roots. And one root is common for both. I am taking the common root as alpha. Alpha is a common root. Okay. And if the second equation has equal roots, please listen very carefully. Both the equations have one common root. I am taking the common root as what? Alpha. Alpha is the root of first equation, alpha is the root of second equation. Alpha is the common root. Now, what they are telling, the second equation has equal roots. If 5 is a root, another root also what? 5 for the second equation. So, you know, one root we have taken as alpha. So, another root also what? Alpha. For the second equation. First equation, they didn't say anything about the second root. So we take the next letter. So far we used only alpha, right? So now we take the other root as what? Beta. Check it again. So first equation, the roots are alpha and beta. Second equation, the roots are alpha and alpha. Why? Two conditions they said. First condition, both the equations, for both the equation, one root is a common root. I have taken the common root as alpha. Then second equation has equal roots. So one root already we taken as alpha, so another one is also alpha. Only 2 roots because quadratic equation. First equation, quadratic equation, we got only one root alpha. Another root, they didn't mention anything, so we take the root as what? Beta. Hope you understood. Okay, now listen here, what they asked to prove? AE equal to 2 into B plus F. Okay, now we can do very easily. So first, whatever we know you do, we know only sum and product. We write that first. So sum of the roots. So sum means alpha plus beta, right here. Alpha plus beta is minus b by a. Instead of b, what do you have? Minus a. By a means x square coefficient 1. So you are getting alpha plus beta is equal to minus and minus is plus. So it is plus a. So one important result you are getting. Sum of the roots. Sum of the roots equal to minus b by a, coefficient of x, minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square, minus b by a. Now product, you find out product means alpha into beta, right? Alpha into beta is equal to c by a instead of c. C is the constant term, c the position. It is b by a value 1. So you are getting alpha beta is b. Alpha beta is what? B. So 2 values you got it. Now from the second equation, you find the sum and product there also. Sum means alpha plus alpha because the roots are alpha and alpha, right? Sum of the roots equal to minus b by a. Instead of b, what do you have? Minus e, coefficient of x, by a value 1, x square coefficient is 1. Alpha plus alpha, 2 alpha equal to minus minus plus, it is e by 1, it is e. Now there also you find the product. Product means you multiply alpha into alpha equal to c by a. C means the constant. Here the constant is f by a value 1. X square coefficient is 1. So you are getting alpha square is f. Alpha square is f. Okay, 4 values you got it. Nothing, very simple thing. In both the quadratic equations, we applied the formula for what? Sum of the roots and product of the roots. Sum of the roots minus b by a, product of the roots c by a. Okay, now listen what they asked to prove. AE equal to 2 into b plus f. AE equal to 2 into b plus f. AE equal to 2 into b plus f, right? B plus f. So this is RHS. So we start with LHS, right? Because it's a prove that question. So you know the answer also, right? So LHS is AE. We have to prove LHS equal to RHS. Just substitute the value, you will get the answer. AE, A value. See, this is A value. This is E value, right? A value alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta A value into E. What is E value? 2 alpha. 2 alpha. In the answer we need 2, right? So don't disturb that 2. Let that 2 be there itself, 2 into. What do you have now? Alpha 2 you write as it is, 2 into alpha plus beta. Multiply term by term. 2 into alpha square, alpha and alpha square plus alpha beta. You got the answer or not? Check it. 2 into alpha square. What is alpha square? F. Alpha beta is b. So f plus b. B plus f you written, right? 2 into alpha square is b. Alpha beta is, alpha square is f, right? Alpha square is f. Alpha beta is b. F plus b. And that f plus b only we written what? B plus everything same only, right? So it's a very simple question. Now let's move on to the next question. Now discuss the nature of the roots, right? Discuss the nature. Very simple, you find discriminant, right? It's an equation only, so you can change the sign. First time is negative, so change the sign throughout. You will get x square minus 3x minus 1 equal to 0. If it is inequality, the inequality reverses when you change the sign. But it is equal to 0, so there is no change. So we want discriminant, so a value 1, b value minus 3, c value minus 1. We find the discriminant, that is delta, you find out. What is the formula for delta? B square minus 4ac. B square minus 3 square. B square minus 4 into a into c. Minus 3 square, it is what? 9, right? Minus 3 square is 9. Minus into minus plus. 4 into 1 into 1, it is 4. So you are getting 13. It is positive greater than 0. So what can you say? The roots are real and distinct, right? Therefore, roots are real and distinct. That means the roots are unequal. This is normally we do for 10th standard, right? But what can you say about the graph? So you know quadratic graph is a parabola. Here positive, right? So the parabola cuts x-axis at 2 points, right? The parabola, that also you can write. The parabola intersect x-axis at 2 points. If it is equal to 0, touches x-axis at 1 point. If it is negative, it does not touch or intersect x-axis, okay? No real roots. Look, another question. 4x square minus x minus 2. It is in the correct form only. So a value 4. If it is not in the correct form, you have to arrange it, because then only you can identify a, b, c. So here a value 4, b value minus 1, c value minus 2. You find discriminant. Delta is equal to the formula b square minus 4ac. B square minus 1 square. It is 1 minus 4 into a. 4 into c minus 2. So you are getting 1 Minus and minus is plus. 32, right? You are getting 33. It is again positive, so same answer you are right. What you are right? The roots are real and distinct. Also, you can say the parabola cuts x-axis at 2 points. Okay, that also right. Now see another question, third one. So what is the A value? It is the correct form. So A value 9, B value 5, C value 0, right? Because there is no constant term here. So now we find discriminant. Delta is equal to B square minus 4AC. B square, 5 square, 25 minus 4 into A into C value is 0, right? So 25 minus 0. 0 and anything is 0, right? So you are getting 25. It is positive. So here also we say roots are real and unequal. Roots are real and distinct, and you can say the parabola cuts x-axis at 2 points. Now listen the next one. Without sketching the graph, find whether the graphs of the following functions will intersect x-axis, and if so, in how many points. Okay, the same question only. The previous question actually, what they asked only the nature. Okay, even if you're not writing the curve about, you say about the curves, nothing wrong in that. But this question, that is a must. Okay, without sketching the graph, you have to find whether the curve cuts x-axis at 1 point or 2 point or not cutting at any point. So one quadratic polynomial given, right? Y equal to. So we find the discriminant. So delta A value 1, B value also 1, C value 2, right? So discriminant you find out. Delta is equal to B square minus 4AC. B square, 1 square is 1, minus 4 into A value 1, C value 2. So what you are getting? 1 minus 8, you are getting minus 7, negative. So roots are not real, right? Roots are not real. That also you're right. Or you say roots are unreal, or roots are imaginary. So what we say here, the curve will not cut, right? Therefore, the curve will not cut or touch x-axis. In some cases, it touch at 1 point, right? So here it intersect, or cuts means at 2 places. So it won't cut, also it won't touch x-axis. Next one, correct form only. A value 1, B value minus 3, C value minus 7. So you find delta B square minus 4AC. B square minus 3 square, 9, minus 4 into A value 1, C value minus 7. So 9 minus into minus is what? Plus. 7 fours are 28. So we are getting 37. It is positive. Roots are real and distinct, right? Roots are real and distinct. And the curve intersect x-axis at 2 points. Okay, now we move on to the last question of this type. It is the correct form. So A value 1, B value 6, and C value 9. Delta equal to B square minus 4AC. B square is 6 square, 36, minus 4 into A value 1, C value 9. So 36 minus 36 equal to 0. So therefore here the parabola, or you can say, first you can say the roots are real and equal, right? Roots are, both you must be thorough. Roots are real and equal. The curve, or you can say the parabola. Okay, both are same only. The parabola touches x-axis at only 1 point. Okay, so this is what to study. Okay, now look at the next one. Very simple one, completing the square. Already you studied in 10th standard, right? How to solve quadratic equation. Different methods you studied. Formula method, factorization, then completing the square method is one. Even this is very important. So that's why given the basic algebra, right? What are the things you need? The basics in, so that only given here. Everything you would have studied in the lower classes, you need when you go for higher classes. Okay, so even in 12th standard, you need this. So everything you have to remember, okay, for that's the main purpose of this topic. F of x is x square plus 5x plus 4 in completed square form. So you know, for completed square form, if it is an equation, what we do, two things we do first, right? Make x square coefficient 1. If suppose 5x square you divide by 5, right? Make x square coefficient 5, then take the constant to the right side. After that, we add a term, add a number on both sides. How can you find that number? Take x coefficient, half of that, then square it. Take x coefficient, divide by 2. That is, you take half of that number, then you square it. That number you add on both sides, so it will become a perfect square. Okay? Same thing here also. X square coefficient is 1 only. If not, you can't take it to the other side here because it's a polynomial function. You can take it outside if you want. Okay, but here already x square coefficient is 1 only. So f of x equal to x square plus 5x plus 4. This is what we have. So x square plus 5x plus 4. Only thing question written, I left some gap. That's all. Something I want to add. If I add, value should not be changed. If I add, I have to subtract also. There, what we did, we added a number on both sides. So no change. But here, it's a polynomial function. If you add something, you have to subtract. If you add 5 plus 5 minus 5, then value won't change. Okay, x coefficient. What is x coefficient here? 5. Take half of that, 5 by 2. Square it, 25 by 4. So you put plus 25 by 4 and minus 25 by 4. That plus 4 is already in the question. Now we group the first 3 terms, it will be a perfect square. A minus b the whole square. See the middle one. That is plus, so a plus b the whole square. If it is minus, a minus b the whole square. Take the square root of first term, x. Square root of the third term, 5 by 2. Look at the sign, plus. So write here plus the whole square. That's all. Now the last two is simplify. Minus 25 by 4 plus 4. Take 4 as LCM. Minus 25 plus 4 4s are 16. So you are getting minus 9 by 4, right? Minus 9 by 4. So you can, if you want, you can write x plus 5 by 2 the whole square. That also you can write it as a square, right? 9 by 4, 3 by 2 the whole square. If you want factorize, you can factorize a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus factorized form. But here they asked in which form? The completed square form. Completed square form. So your answer should be in this form. Okay, so that's all about these quadratic functions. So next I'm going to teach you quadratic inequations or quadratic inequalities, less than, greater than. So it's a very simple thing only. Straight away I'll teach a sum so you can understand. Look at this question. Solve this inequation. 3x square minus 5x minus 2 less than or equal to 0. So here what do you do now? First, you take this left side or this inequation, you make it as an equation. You put equal to 0 and solve it. You will get some real numbers. You will get some numbers. That numbers are called critical points. That points are called what? Critical points. That points you plot in the number line. So this end is minus infinity, this is plus infinity. Then you will get different intervals, right? Take some sample point, substitute. You check whether it is satisfies the inequality less than or equal to. If it satisfies, that interval you take. If not, you don't take. Take a sample point from the second interval, substitute. Instead of x, you substitute. Because suppose it is 0 and this is 7 means 0 to 7, lot of points there, no? You take 5 or 6, some points, substitute and check it. If your answer, you get some answer. If it satisfies that condition, what is the condition? Less than or equal to 0. Then that interval you take. If not, leave that. Then the next interval also take. This is a brief introduction or the method how to do this sum. So when you do the sum, you can understand better. Okay. So first work, you have to find the critical points. Further, what do? You take the LHS as what? 0. So 3x square plus 5x minus 2 equate with 0. And you see what you get. So you can factorize. Sum is 5 Product is minus 6. The numbers are 6 and minus 1. So you can't write directly. Split the middle term. So 3x square minus 6x minus 1x. Sorry, plus 6x minus 1x minus 2 equals 0. First and second, what is common? 3x. So take 3x common, x plus 2. Last two, take a minus sign outside, x plus 2 equal to 0. Take x plus 2 common, 3x minus 1 equal to 0. So either x plus 2 0 or 3x minus 1 0. Here x equal to minus 2. Here 3x equal to 1, x equal to 1 by 3. So these are the critical points. So critical points are two values you are getting, x equal to minus 2 and 1 by 3. Now what I said, you plot these in a number line. Okay, you take a number line. So it is from minus infinity to plus infinity. Minus 2 will be the left side, right? Minus 2 is here. 1 by 3 is positive value. So these are the intervals you are getting. Minus infinity to minus 2 to 1 by 3, 1 by 3 to infinity. So now the method is, you take the intervals. What is the first interval? The first interval is minus infinity, comma, minus 2. Then minus 2 to 1 by 3. Then 1 by 3 to infinity. Now we take the first factor. Here two factors. First factor is x plus 2. The first factor is x plus 2. Second factor is 3x minus 1. Second factor is 3x minus 1. You have to look into the sign. When you multiply these two, you get the original function that I am taking it as what fx. So we are going to find the sign of this. Okay, so if you want, you can put it as a you can put it in some box. So once you get the sign of the first and second, you have to multiply that too. Suppose minus means minus and minus is what? Plus. Okay, now listen here. Now you take the first interval. What's the first interval? Minus alpha minus 2, right? Minus alpha minus 2. So in that interval, in this interval, you take a representative number. Any number you take in between minus infinity and minus 2. For example, I am taking minus 10. I am taking a number minus 10. You substitute the first factor x plus 2. Instead of x, you put minus 10. Minus 10 plus 2, minus 8. So it is negative. I don't want the value. I want the sign, positive or negative. Same minus 10, you substitute the second factor 3x minus 1. X you give minus 10. 3 into minus 10, minus 30, minus 1. It is negative. But now fx means if the product of these two, x plus 2 into 3x minus 1. When you multiply minus into minus, it is what? Positive. Now take the second interval. Minus 2 to 1 by 3. Minus 2 to 1 by 3. Minus 2, 1 by 3. Can you take some number in between? Lot of numbers are there, right? Minus 1 is there, 0 is there, 1 point, some decimals are there, right? Okay, your familiar number, right? You take 0. Easy to calculate, right? So here in this interval, I am taking number 0. Substitute x plus 2. For x you put 0, you get 2, positive. The second factor x you put 0, 2 into 0, 0, minus 1, negative. Product, positive into negative, your answer is negative. Third one, 1 by 3 to infinity. 1 by 3 to infinity, greater than 1 by 3. You can take any number. So think high. Take some big number, easy to calculate, right? We are not going to do the actual calculation, no? Positive or negative, that's all. Say, I'm taking 100. In this interval, I'm taking the number what? 100. So for x, you put 100 plus 2, 102, positive. 3 into 100, 300 minus 1, positive. Positive into positive, positive, that's all. Up to this, it is common for any question of this type. Now, which interval is the suitable one? Please listen. In the question you see, suppose it is less than means negative. So only the second one, that is this interval you take. Suppose the question is greater than 0, positive, first and last, okay? Both these intervals, you take the union of that two. Now we see the question. See here what is given here. Less than or equal to. Equal to means the critical points also include, okay? Less than or equal to 0 means negative, okay? So this is what you have to take. So this is the interval you are supposed to take, okay? So the solution is, Since it is negative, you take that one. Solution is which interval? Minus 2, comma 1 by 3. Closed interval you take. Why we are taking closed interval? Because in the question it is not less than or equal to 0. So equal to 0 also allowed. So you can take that critical number also. Suppose the question is only less than, don't take closed interval, you take only open interval. Suppose the question is greater than, don't take this interval, other two, positive, the two values, no, first one and last one. They are also greater than or equal to means closed interval for minus 2 and that 1 by 3. Already you know infinity minus infinity always use open interval only. Okay. Okay, hope you understood. Now let's go for another question. Look at this question. Solve this inequality. But normally these type of questions we don't like, right? If root is there, some fraction, but something you have to understand. Listen, root of a negative number. Inside the root, if we have negative, you cannot find that. It won't give a real value. Okay, it will, the answers are complex number. Using some we study complex number next year in detail. Okay, so inside the root, you should not have a negative number. So it must be positive. So this must be positive. So before solving that, certain things you have to remember. So if you want this function to exist, okay, this expression to exist, x plus 14 must be positive. X plus 14 must be positive, or you say x is greater than minus 14. X is greater than minus 14. Okay, some condition you got it. And another thing, please listen here. Root of something. Root of, I already said inside it cannot be negative. It can be 0. It can be 0 or it can be some positive values. Okay, so our x plus 2 must be greater than, just I'm reading from this end. Okay, x plus 2 must be greater than, these values. Okay, x plus 2 must be greater than these negative values, or it must be greater than what? 0. I'm taking the 0. Okay, the smallest value, it must be greater than 0. So because inside that it can be any positive number, no? Suppose it is 5, it may be 4, it may be 3, 2, 1, or any higher number, it can be even 0. Okay, so greater than 0 if you write, definitely it is greater than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and all. Okay, so the minimum value we are writing, x plus 2 greater than 0, or you say x is greater than minus 2. So these two, some initial conditions, you remember this. Okay, this is very important. So without understanding this, you cannot do the sum. Okay. Now we are going to solve this. When you solve, you will get some answer, but that answer must satisfy these conditions also. But these two also, please listen here. X is greater than minus 14. X is greater than minus 14. Another condition says x is greater than minus 2. If you see, one condition says x is greater than minus 14, another condition says x is greater than minus 2. So which portion satisfies both? More than minus 2. So now itself this become invalid. X is more than minus 14, another condition says x is more than minus 2. So we take only x is more than minus 2 only. Okay. So this is what the valid condition. Now, anyhow, first now we'll try to simplify this. To avoid the root, what do we do? You have to square both sides, right? So if you square both sides, squaring the given equation, root cancel. So what do you get? X plus 14, right? X plus 14 less than x plus 2 the whole square. Both the sides we squared. So x plus left side root cancel, that's all. X plus 14 is less than a plus b the whole square, a square plus 2ab, 4x plus b square 4. Now take everything to the right side, 0 less than x square, 4x minus x, it is 3x. 4 minus 14 is minus 10, right? So reverse the order. You write that first, x square plus 3x minus 10 greater than 0. Now it is like previous question. Find the critical points first. For that equate with 0. Okay, now it is exactly like previous question only. So for that, for critical points, you put that x square plus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. Now we are going to solve this. The given question we reduce like this, but don't forget to consider this condition at the last. Your answer must be greater than minus 2. No equal sign here, right? Okay, now listen. For critical points, you have to solve it. So can you solve it? Sum is Sum is 3 and product is minus 10. Which numbers? 5 and minus 2. So x plus 5 into x minus 2 equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 5 and x equal to 2. X equal to minus 5 and x equal to 2. Now you draw a number line. So in the number line, you plot these two critical numbers you mark. Say minus infinity to plus infinity. Minus 5 is in the left side and 2 is here. You are getting the different intervals. Okay, so now like previous question, what are the two factors you are getting here? These are the two factors. X plus 5, x minus 2. X plus 5, x minus 2. Then the product that were written as fx, right? X plus 5 into x minus 2. Now the intervals you take. What is the first interval? Minus infinity, minus 5. Second one is minus 5, 2. Then 2, comma infinity. So now we check the first one. Minus infinity to minus 5. Take a representative number here. Say minus 10 you take. Minus 10 plus 5, negative. Minus 10 minus 2, negative. Minus into minus is plus. Now here you take some number. For example, you take the same number 0, right? Minus 5 to 2, 0. So here if you put 0, 0 plus 5, positive, 0 minus 2, negative. Positive into negative, it is negative. 2 to infinity, more than 2. For example, I am taking 10. 10 plus 5, positive. 10 minus 2, negative. Positive, right? Because 10 minus 2, 8. Positive into positive, it is what? Positive. Now you see what do you need here? Greater than means positive. So these are the two values here. So one condition says minus infinity to minus 5. Minus infinity to minus 5, this portion. Another one is what? 2 to infinity. 2 to infinity. So these are the two cases you are getting. This union this, not and. This union, this or this. But actually here we have a condition. X is greater than minus 2. X is greater than minus 2. You see where this minus 2 will be here, right? Minus 2 is somewhere here. It is greater than minus 2 means it should be in the minus 2's right side. So now we look only these two conditions. One condition says it is more than 2. Another condition says more than minus 2. So the portion which is common is only that 2 to infinity. X is greater than 2. Okay. So the solution is x is greater than 2. The reason is, in between you can write the steps what I said. Actually what you are getting solution is you are getting x is less than minus 5. That is minus infinity to minus 5. Or x is greater than what? 2. That is 2 to infinity. But there is another condition. What's the condition we have here? X is greater than minus 2. X is greater than minus 2. Considering all these things, the portion what is the required answer is what? 2 to infinity. That is x is greater than 2. If you want to write as an interval, 2 comma infinity. Okay, like that you can write. In the number line means 2 to infinity. Only that portion you shade, but don't take 2. Okay, here it is only the symbol. No equal sign is here. Okay, so don't take that one. So it's a very important one. You go through that again so you can understand better. Now look another question of the same type. Solve this equation. So here also root. So I think no need to explain much. So this must be positive. So the answer is what? 0 or higher values. And here it is what? X plus 4 is what? Greater than 0 or x is greater than what? Minus 4. That's the initial condition you are getting. Now we try to solve, but it is an equation only, no? It is not an inequation. Equal to x plus 4. Very easily you can do, just square it. When you square, root cancel. So only in inequation you get some range, lies between or lies outside, some interval and all. But for equation you get exactly the points. If it is a quadratic equation, you get 2 solutions. Cubic equation, 3 solutions. Linear equation, 1 solution. But see that solution must greater than minus 4. You are going to get 2 answers. If both answers are more than minus 4, both the answers you can take. Suppose one answer is below minus 4, one is above minus 4, below minus 4 you cannot take because x must be greater than minus 4. So the initial condition you remember before writing the final answer, look into that. Okay. So squaring left side root cancel, 6 minus 4x minus x square is x plus 4 the whole square. 6 minus 4x minus x square is a plus b the whole square, a square, plus 2ab, 8x, plus b square, 16. Take everything to the right side, x square plus x square, it is what, 2x square, plus 8x plus 4x, it is 12x, then plus 10 equal to 0. Divide everything by 2, dividing by 2, you are getting what, x square plus 6x plus 5 equal to 0. Factorize it, x plus 5 into x plus 1 equal to 0. Two answers you are getting, x equal to minus 5 and x equal to minus 1. But there is a condition, x must be greater than minus 4. X must be greater than minus 4. Even writing up to this, students make mistake because where is minus 4, where is minus 5? Right side they know, left side there may be confused sometimes. 0, etc. Here minus 4, then only you have what? Minus 5, right? So here minus 1 and all. So x must be greater than minus 4. So it's right side only. Two answers you are getting. One is minus 5, another one is minus 1. So minus 5 is not in that portion, right? More than minus 4. That is minus 4's right side only your answer should be. But this minus 5 is in the left side. So don't take that. So only one answer is x equal to what? Minus 1. This is the only one answer. Then in the exercise, two questions given. Very simple question. Just will tell you the method. You can do that. 2x square plus x minus 15 equals 0. First you have to find the critical number. For that what you do? Equate with 0, right? 2x square plus x minus 15 equal to 0 and solve it. Just I am going to give the values. You can try this, okay? You will get minus 3 and 5 by 2. Then you know we draw a number line. Minus 3 is in the left side. 5 by 2 is somewhere here. So these are the intervals you are getting. Then you factorize this. Okay, you have to factorize it. You will get x plus 3 into 2x minus 5. I want you to practice it, okay? So then what you write? First you write what? Interval. Then the first factor x plus 3. Second factor 2x minus 5. Then the product. X plus 3 into 2x minus 5. So the first interval minus infinity minus 3, 5 by 2, 5 by 2 infinity. Whether you can use closed interval or not depends on this, less than or equal to, so you can give closed interval. Okay, just I'm going to explain only one. So you take a point from here, for example you take say minus 20, minus 20 plus 3, minus 20, so negative. Minus 2 into minus 20, negative, so this is also negative. Minus into minus is what? Plus. Like that if you try, you will be getting plus, here you get minus, here you get plus. Okay, so you have to do that and see what is the sign less than means negative. So the solution is what? Minus 3, 5 by 2. Why we take closed interval? Already explained, because equal sign is there, right? Less than or equal to. Okay, you can complete it. Same way, another question, this also, just I'm going to give one line. You can do that. First time is negative. So change the sign. Remember, it is an inequality. So when you change the sign, inequality reverses. Okay, so x square minus 3x plus 2 less than or equal to 0. You factorize it, you will get x minus 1 into x minus 2 less than or equal to 0. Critical points 1 and 2, right? So in the number line, so minus infinity to plus infinity, 1 and 2, right? So the intervals are minus infinity, 1, 1 to 2, 2 to infinity. The first factor is x minus 1, second factor is x minus 2, then the product, x minus 1 into x minus 2. In this range, below minus infinity to 1, yeah, in this range, minus infinity to 1, 0 is there only, no? Okay, you put 0. So it is negative. 0, it is negative. Minus into minus is plus. 1 to 2, for example, you put 1.5. Between 1 and 2, don't think nothing is there. So many numbers are there. Between 1 and 2, for example, you take 1.5. If I give 1.5, 1.5 minus 1 positive, 1.5 minus 2 negative. So it is negative, positive, negative. More than 2, for example, you give 10, positive, positive. So it is what? Positive. Now we see the question. The question means not this one. So we are rewrite, right? We are written here. Okay. So this symbol you should see. Less than or equal to negative. Less than or equal to. So this is your answer. Give closed interval, right? So solution is the closed interval 1, 2. So hope you understood. Very simple thing only. So practice more questions. 1 or 2 example sums I left out. Practice. We'll continue in the next class.